Hey everyone, Duke Nukem 3D here with another video for you guys, and I apologize if the lighting is a bit lackluster as usual. It's been kind of rainy out lately, but I am super excited to make this video for you because I've got a whole bunch of new surplus to show off for you guys, some really nice stuff, but today I'm going to start really simple with a tip for either restoring or modifying surplus, and that is how to add on, or excuse me, I'm tripping over my words here at how excited I am. I'm going to show you how to install a PASGT Chinstrap, and I guess through osmosis you will also learn how to remove them as well. One thing to mention first, I've looked through all sorts of forums and sites and stuff, and everyone that I've ever come across telling you how to remove a PASGT Chinstrap says to remove the pesky slotted nuts with a pair of these vice grips. And it does work, however, it chews up the nuts very badly and it just makes them look garish and awful. So I was looking into other solutions. I do know that there are slotted screwdrivers for driving these types of proprietary slotted nuts here. If you can sort of see that through the packaging, these are brand new. How basically this is a nut right here, but it's like tamper-proof. It has a slot through it, like it would fit a normal flathead screwdriver, but as you can see, the screw would protrude through the center there, making it next to impossible to remove with a standard flathead screwdriver. So a specialty tool is needed, and the ones that I have found, at least online, cost upwards of $12, and I am too much of a cheapskate to really put that money into a tool that I'd maybe be using once, 3 times in my entire life. So I looked into other options. This is what I came up with. This is a piece of a cheap butter knife that I had laying around and nobody was using, and I took maybe 5 minutes with a cutoff wheel in my Wen rotary tool, and I cut a little slot on the flat edge there after sanding it down. So yeah, this is my solution to a very little talked about problem. So if you have a PASGT here and you're wanting to convert it to like with a more ACH Mitch style lightweight sort of suspension system, and you want to remove those pesky slotted nuts, but you want to retain them, make something like this. Just take a thin piece of steel and a rotary tool and cut a little slot in it like this. You don't have to make it perfect, but that's basically the gist of what you'll do. So as you can see here, I got my PASGT Chinstrap ready to be installed. So let's get the hardware out here and take a look. And this is brand new. Just got this in today. I got a lot of stuff in just this morning. It's been pouring rain out, and I'm so excited to get it. I actually went out into the street while it was pouring rain. I didn't care about getting wet. I just cared about getting my milsurp. So first things first, let's insert the screw through the side here. It should just push through, but if not, you will have to probably screw it. Then you take this washer here, and do know that the washer does have a slightly bowled out side of it. So take the side that's bulging out and face it away from the inside of the shell itself. And then you will take your chin strap, and you will want to make sure that this fabric chin cup right here, this more roughly woven textile chin cup here, is facing outwards like this. So you will take the hardware here with the snap and make sure that the face of the snap is facing this way, and just insert that over like so. If you get a close look at that, and the screw should be just a little more than above flush with the grommet on the hardware itself. Now I'm going to just install these and hand tighten them for the time being, and then I will demonstrate the tool and tightening it up for you. So I just want to get all this these little parts installed, and then I will demonstrate my homemade improvised slotted nut driver. So as you can see, this one is being a bit difficult, so I may need to, it doesn't want to push through, so I'll just do that up by hand, try wiggle it a bit, see if it'll budge. No, it will not, so I will screw that in the rest of the way, I suppose. It'll be kind of a crapshoot when you're dealing with PASGTs, because it's just bored through the raw Kevlar. You may have some that are screwed in like this. You may have some that you can just push right through like that other one I showed you. It's not too big a deal. A little more pesky and time consuming having to do it this way, but it'll be the same result, assuming that you get it flush with the and all the hardware flush against the surface. And again, make note of the washer. Oop, there we go, dropping washers. And make sure that the slightly bulged outside is facing away from the inner surface of the shell. Then you'll take your chin strap, making sure that the textile portion is facing forwards. The chin cup, I guess you could call it. And then you will take your slotted nut again and thread that about hand tight down onto the screw itself. And then I will demonstrate the tool to tighten it the rest of the way. This one doesn't want to grip on very well. I might have to get back to this one in a moment. So anyhow, what you'll do, so if the camera's showing this, you'll have the screwdriver, or you could do it this way, I guess. Have the slotted nut driver in position, and then just do it up the rest of the way with the screwdriver until it is pretty decently tight. And once it's tight on that end, you might want to check the opposite end as well, I guess, if I can line this up properly. I'm not an expert, folks. I'm just doing it the way I see fit. And yes, that is very tight. So that side is good. Now I will focus on this side and figure out why this particular slotted nut is being a big pain in the butt and not wanting to tighten down for me. So just push in from both sides and begin to rotate. This one does not want to thread on very well. But yeah, it'd be easier if I wasn't behind a camera trying to show you this. Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to go very well. I'll try to see if I can do it a bit by hand here. Yes, I can. So I will do the rest of it by hand and then tighten it up with the tools here. And, oh, give me a minute. There we go. So, yeah, hopefully you got a good view of how it fits together. In case you didn't, you can see the screws protruding through, and you just make sure that little groove is on the center of where the screw is going to protrude through. And that's basically how it works, if you didn't figure it out already. So that's basically the gist of it. I hope this helps someone who is working on a PASGT helmet and they are having difficulty removing that set tamper-proof nut. And yeah, that is basically it. So again, I'm Duke Nougat 3D. Hope you learned something. If you have any comments, questions, corrections, or concerns, drop them in the comments below. I'll get to them when I can, and I have a ton more surplus to be showing off for you guys in the next few days. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see you all later.